Geek out. Welcome to another episode of Out Geeked. Today we will review my dinosaur fossil set.
And then my King Ghidorah action figure.
We will dive into these cool figures and tell you why we acquired them. So hang on and let's geek out with Out Geeked. Welcome back, and today we're going to start with Mike.
All right, so today I brought my Mecha King Ghidorah action toy from Trademaster, and then my legendary King Ghidorah toy. I don't know who's the brand that created them, but I picked them up when I was in Japan. It's a ready to play toy, which is very nice, way detailed in our ready to play toys. King Ghidorah, as most of you know, is Godzilla's arch nemesis, his number one villain. Granted, there's probably more powerful villains like Destroyer or Space Godzilla, but King Ghidorah is always going to be Godzilla's most iconic villain. He's pretty much his Eggman, his Bowser. That's Godzilla's number one bad guy.
His nemesis.
Yeah, his arch nemesis. Original King Ghidorah came out in 1964, and Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, where Ghidorah arrived to Earth, and Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra had to team up to defeat him. Let's start with the Heisei version of King Ghidorah. This is Mecha King Ghidorah. In Godzilla versus King Ghidorah in the 1991 movie, Godzilla defeated King Ghidorah and threw him in the ocean. His body laid waste in the ocean, but they rediscovered his body in 2204. Way in the future. That's how bad. So high up there in the future that I couldn't even think of it. But it was 2004. Look, it's a weird future. Time travel is a mess. That's why I couldn't even say it with a straight face. They upgraded King Ghidorah with cybernetics. As you see, the metal head was ripped off by Godzilla in the battle. Gave him cybernetic wings, allow him to fly with an anti-gravity technology.
You got Frankenstein here.
Literally got Frankenstein. Inside Mecha King Ghidorah's body is like this robotic claw that he could grab Godzilla and electrocute him. Missiles. Mecha King Ghidorah is an awesome design. I loved Mecha King Ghidorah growing up. Very underrated. I kind of wish Mecha King Ghidorah shows up more. Technically, he did, and I'll get to that part soon, but we haven't seen this version of Mecha King Ghidorah in a while. This is the Trademaster version of this toy. Trademaster, some of you guys know, was a line of toys that came out in the 90s and was pretty much a godsend for Godzilla fans as a kid because there wasn't much Godzilla toys in the 90s. But with Trademaster, they released a bunch of Godzilla toys. Although, granted, some of them weren't like screen accurate or like one-to-one with the monsters, but these were like the most readily available Godzilla toys at that time. And I love these. I remember seeing them in Family Dollar, Big Lots. They were all over the place, so they were easily accessible. Now, this isn't my original Mecha King Ghidorah toy growing up. That thing is buried in the backyard. It died in a battle with Godzilla, so I buried it in the backyard. This is a new one I picked up in a local convention, which is I paid like $20 for it, and it's pretty well kept too. So I kind of wanted to show off. I love the Trademaster toys; they're very nostalgic to me.
So if a dog goes to your backyard and digs out to put in a bone, do you think he'll encounter a lot of action figures?
There's definitely a lot of action figures. I had as a kid, I had like this great toy war, and I had all my toys just fight it out, and some toys didn't make it.
I would understand if you bury them and take them back, but you actually just killed them off completely out of your collection.
They were killed off. Like they literally killed off. And going back, if I could go back in time and slap my little kid self, like you undig that thing and put that back in the toy because you're gonna want that later.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You would be like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, I was cruel to my toys. And it's a perfect segue to the legendary King Ghidorah. As some of you would, real quick, Heisei King Ghidorah was my favorite until 2019, where legendary King Ghidorah first appeared. He is like the most evil definition of King Ghidorah. I love how menacing he is in the movie. He's trying to be like a usurper king, kill off Godzilla and try to rule the world and make the other Titans destroy the world for him. One of my favorite scenes of Godzilla King of the Monsters was his alpha cry, where after he beat Godzilla for like the second time, he stood in the mountain of Rio de Janeiro, I believe. I could be wrong. I remember it was in either Mexico or South America, where he stood up there, did his big roar, and then wakened all the other Titans and do his bidding, because he was the alpha at the time, so his job was to destroy the world. And when Godzilla came back, he challenged King Ghidorah one more time in Boston. King Ghidorah was still a menace. Godzilla literally had to be powered up, teamed up with Mothra. Mothra died to power Godzilla up just to defeat King Ghidorah. This is how much of a menace he was in this movie. And one thing I really loved about this version is just how evil he is. Like most King Ghidorahs have their wings open when walking. He literally has his wings closed, sometimes walking like a bat, and he's just menacingly walking, and he knows what he's doing. I remember one time soldiers were shooting, and he stopped, looked down the soldiers, ate the soldiers, and went on his merry way. And then when I mentioned that Mecha King Ghidorah did make an appearance in Godzilla vs. Kong, Mechagodzilla was in that movie. King Ghidorah's skull was piloting the mech, and King Ghidorah's skull hijacked the mech because he wanted revenge on Godzilla. Even after death, he wanted to get revenge on Godzilla for killing him. And then technically, so Mecha King Ghidorah technically existed, but it wasn't Mecha King Ghidorah. It was King Ghidorah hijacking Mecha Godzilla. And one thing I love about the Mecha Godzilla story, it was, some of you guys might know, this head is known as Kevin to the community. It was actually, yeah, I love the name.
Kevin?
Yeah, because originally their names it's Japanese for 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
But the community calls the dumb one Kevin. And then they kind of pretty much stuck with the MonsterVerse. It's always going to be Kevin. And it was Kevin that was controlling Mechagodzilla for revenge, because he's the one that lost his head mostly in the MonsterVerse universe. So it's cool that it was Mecha King Ghidorah was a thing, but I kind of want a new Mecha King Ghidorah. That's what I'm really looking forward to one day, a new Mecha King Ghidorah.
Oh, there you go. SH Figure Arts or SH Monster Art.
Which I am planning on buying the SH Mecha King Ghidorah, but I decided to just bring the Trademaster one because the Trademaster toy line was pretty important in my childhood. I love those toys. So I was like, I have to represent Trademaster.
So what I don't know if I should bring this up, but what's the mythical beast name of King Ghidorah? Like, for example, like, in Hercules or like in the Greek gods.
Oh, so you're referring to the Hydra?
Hydra, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty
Hydra.
much. And then the Hydra, you cut off the head, another head grows back. That's one of his legendary special abilities. Because Kevin over here lost his head in the battle.
And then two more Kevins come out?
No 2 more Kevins came out. He regenerated back. It takes like 2 seconds to grow back these heads. And then once that's cool, like he lost his head plenty of times and he just grows back. And it was kind of, I love how hyper realistic that movie was, because the head was cut off, but you saw it regrowing. The middle head rips off like the brand new tissue.
And if my name was Kevin, I would feel really bad right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, Kevin's a beloved figure in the fandom. He's the retarded head of the King Ghidorah. Like, you ever seen those memes where it's a King Ghidorah picture and there's 2 serious and a goofy one?
Yeah.
That's pretty much Kevin. And the fandom just loves Kevin. And I'm just glad that Kevin got his spot, his time to shine, beating the crap out of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Kong. But King Ghidorah, easily one of my favorite monsters. Number 3. Best villain in the Godzilla franchise, is number 1 baddie. And funny enough, when we segue to Al's toy, in some continuities, he's pretty much the reason why the dinosaurs went extinct.
He ate them all.
Yeah, he pretty much wiped them. He's a usurper king. If you're in King Ghidorah's way, he's going to wipe the floor with you.
Yeah. What kind of powers does he have again?
He has lightning-based power.
Lightning, okay.
His signature move is the gravity beams. It's like these lightning bolts that come out of his mouth. This one has hyper regeneration, so you could lose limbs and you could grow them back. Incredible flight and durability. In one scene, he is able to absorb electricity. That's why this toy is posed as in the scene in Boston where they hit this power plant. The electricity went through his wings and he's just absorbing it, powers him up. King Ghidorah also is a highly intelligent monster. He knows what he's doing. He is Godzilla's number 1 rival, and he wants to become the king of the monsters.
Nice. Okay.
And real quick on Godzilla, King of the Monsters, it was a remake of the original movie that King Ghidorah appeared in Ghidorah 3-Headed Monsters. But in this one, it's Godzilla and Mothra teaming up against King Ghidorah and Rodan.
Nice. So that's a really cool figure. I know he's pretty menacing in the first movie that came out with King of the Monsters.
Yep, King of the Monsters.
That was very cool to see him in action there and fighting it off with Godzilla. He actually put up a good fight and almost pretty much defeated Godzilla, but he needed to go and get more radiation to
pretty much
to get steroids.
Yeah, he was pretty much needed steroids. Like, small spoilers for Godzilla X Kong, the recent movie. Scar King and Shimu, I liked them, but they were no threat to Godzilla at all. He pretty much wiped the floor with them. King Ghidorah, Godzilla needed to get a power up. Mothra died, sacrificed herself to power up Godzilla again, just to even stand a chance to King Ghidorah. And he is truly Godzilla's number 1 enemy, in my opinion.
So we're going to pivot over to my Lego set here, my dinosaur fossil Lego set. We have the pterodactyl or the pterodon. Really cool design that they did. We got the claws up here. It still amazes me how Lego puts these together, or the designers. They make up, with a bunch of white pieces and gray pieces, they actually make the shape of the pterodon, fossilized with the bones. Just really cool and menacing little dinosaur fossil here. I got this for Father's Day as this comes undone. And I always liked fossils. I liked dinosaurs when I was little, and I actually wanted to be an archaeologist when I was younger, when I was smaller.
Same here too.
Yeah.
Actually.
wanted to discover fossils when Jurassic Park came
Yeah.
out, and I wanted to discover fossils and discover one of them claws, and that would have been like my highlight when it's when I was little. I was thinking about that. And then we have the Triceratops over here on the middle. Put this right here, try not to fall. But really well detailed. We got the ribs, we got all the bone structure of the Triceratops. We got the horns, we got the I don't even know what you would call this part.
It's a frail.
Frail. Yeah. Okay. Did that. And we have the tail is very movable. It has a lot of joints. You can pose these dinosaurs different ways. You can move the tails, and just really good detail on the ribs, the back, the claws, the horns. Just really, really well done design by Lego. And over here we have the famous Tyrannosaurus Rex, or the T-Rex. Very well detailed as well. This whole set was 910 pieces. It took me probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete all three of them. I did take breaks after the T-Rex because it was very well detailed and just a lot of pieces. I mean, every single little piece here was separate. For example, these bones back here on the tail were all separate. These were separate pieces on the top. The claws are very tiny. I mean, 910 pieces of plastic to form this whole set. It's a really cool way of showing their capabilities. Then we have on the bottom, we have the human and then the human fossil.
Yeah.
You got to have the human and the human fossil. So we got the archaeologist and the dead archaeologist on the side. So really cool toy, really cool Lego set. I enjoy putting it together. I got it for Father's Day, I said, right?
Yeah, Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day. I can't remember if it was Father's Day or my birthday, but I believe it was Father's Day. I built it with my daughter, and we have fun building it. She got into Legos. I want her to get into Legos. Hopefully she'll get into engineering or something like that. She loves art. Yeah, she loves art and she loves Legos. So I will have a lot of time to play with her with Legos. So I always enjoy putting these things together.
So you say it took you an hour to build all three?
About an hour and a half, yeah,
wow,
to build.
That's impressive.
To build three. That I can remember. This was a while ago. Maybe it didn't take me. Maybe it's one of my running jokes. Oh yeah, it took me about a half hour.
Yeah. We don't want to go back to a certain Lego build.
I was in the Lego. Oh yeah, it was a Lego build.
It was.
But it was also the models.
Yeah, the models.
The Liger model took me 9 hours to finish.
When you told me that, I cried a little for you. I was like, "There's no way 9 hours." And you took no breaks for that one, or you took breaks?
I didn't take any. I did it in one day, and that was tough. Like I said on my review on that model set for the Liger Zero. Take your time.
Yeah, take your time.
Probably 3 hours each day. Take you 3 to 4 days to finish, because it's you get frustrated and then you won't get things right. You'll get things mixed up. But yeah, the helmet did take me a while. You saw me building that, and you're like, "Oh, bro, you need a break."
Yeah, because I could see it in his face. Like, he was just frustrated, and just tired. Like, take a break, man, because it was very detailed, as y'all saw in our episode. But I watched him build it, and it took a bit.
Yeah. It was very I got stuck on a couple parts. Well, sometimes you're building these Legos, and for example, this one there's a bunch of white pieces. There's some beige pieces and some grays. But sometimes when you're looking at them and looking for the pieces, they all blend together because they're the same color, and you can't find them. And then you're like, okay, well, this is an incomplete Lego set. And no, it's there. You just haven't seen it yet. It always cracks me up when I decide, then this came defective because I'm missing one piece.
Even though you're holding the piece in your hand, probably. That happened when I first started building Lego.
I turned into a Kevin.
You turned into a Kevin right there. Oh, damn. He was just pure. Trust me, I was watching Kevin building that Luke Skywalker helmet for a bit. But I love how, like you were saying, Lego, the ingenuity in creating like these Lego sets and like with just a very small Lego piece is incredible. I love to see how they made three pretty accurate skeletons of these dinosaurs, which is pretty cool. I would love to see if they made more.
Yeah, I would like to see
I want to see like a Spinosaurus,
a
Stegosaurus.
The Stegosaurus, that's the one I want
to see.
The
Velociraptor. That'd be cool just to see.
I'll be happy with just a Stegosaurus. That would be really cool.
And then since you brought up when you were a kid about fossils, I got to bring my fossil box. I have a bunch of fossils and rocks.
Okay.
And then I have to bring them one day. Have like a small little few, because I have like this almanite fossil. I have like these seashell fossils.
Yeah, I had some seashell fossils. I know in my early years of school, there was a field trip or a project that I needed to find a fossil. then we went to the beach and found some
Nice.
cool fossils. Yep. That was pretty cool.
And as a kid, I did the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna just try to discover a new dinosaur or something. I used to dig in my lawn, probably dig past the other dead toys and just start digging for other stuff. And I was like, I didn't find anything. And then I learned that Ohio itself isn't. You could find fossils, but you're mostly like bugs and like insects.
It's more South America.
There's more. There was some in America, it's like Western America.
Okay, Western. Yeah.
Because Ohio was pretty much submerged in water.
Okay.
So you didn't really get much of you might get like something here and there, but most dinosaurs were like American dinosaurs, for example, were like in the West Coast, and then some were in the East Coast. But Central America was kind of like washed up. And then other dinosaurs appeared in other countries, but America has dinosaurs. But Ohio, we just had to live in one part that it just had nothing special. But maybe a trilobite, which I have.
Hey, we have the world's famous roller coaster park.
Yeah, dinosaurs roller coaster. Well, okay, granted, we do have in Ohio, in Cleveland was the I'm gonna mispronounce this creature, but I have a toy of it. It's called the Ducalodonculus, I believe. It's like it's an armored fish with a giant jaw. We'll put a picture of it on the screen.
It's interesting. And then
we have sea life. We can find abundant of sea life fossils here in Ohio.
Oh.
So it's kind of cool that we have like which again I'm gonna mispronounce it. We'll find. You look it up and Google it because I can never pronounce the name, but it's the Ducalodonculus. It's a giant armor fish.
I'll put the whole word in.
Yeah, we'll put it up there, and I want to hear in the comments below. I want somebody to like have it pronounceable. I want to see how you guys can pronounce it. We have trilobites as well. We have a lot of like more aquatic fossils.
Okay, well that's interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, I wanted to be an archaeologist, then I wanted to be a scientist, then I wanted to be an architect, then I became an engineer. So it's
you started off in one field and you still branched up. It's still the science department.
Yeah, it's just the science department.
I mean, you make Legos and you're an engineer, so it's just like perfect fit right there.
Yeah. So I love these Legos. It was cool putting them together, so I do not regret. Or I didn't get them, but I do not regret building them. So go ahead and get them if you guys like fossils, like dinosaurs, or your kids like dinosaurs. You want to build it together. I did have lots of fun building it with my daughter. She helped me with the pterodactyl or pterodon, and then she's done.
She's not done that. I don't want to play.
Like, I'm gonna go color.
We have two more. No, I'm good.
I'm good. I have fun. Thank you.
I know you said it was a gift, but do you know how much it was roughly?
I think I researched it online, and I think it's at $100 or $120.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yes, you get 3 big Lego kits, really. I'd say probably about 20, maybe 50, or 20, or maybe 25.
It probably goes up on scale.
Yeah.
I like them. Like, I hope they do make others. There's such a wide variety of dinosaurs, you could get a good amount done. I mean, obviously you get like the iconic Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, and pterodactyl. I'm surprised that like they haven't did more for like the Jurassic. I know they have a Lego Jurassic Park. I'm surprised they haven't made more skeleton dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably research them. Excuse me. A saber-toothed tiger would be cool, or a mastodon would be cool.
Get some prehistoric mammals out there.
Yeah, that would be really cool to see.
Or plesiosaur, that'd be nice. I'd love to see that.
Maybe a Godzilla.
Oh yeah, a skeleton Godzilla. Because I mean, jumping back to the.
I'm surprised they haven't done a Godzilla set. Or maybe they haven't and we haven't looked at it.
You know what? I feel like I seen like homebrew Lego Godzilla sets, but I don't think there's an official one. Because I see people make like custom minifigs and like using Lego pieces, but I don't know if there's an official one. I'm surprised they haven't done an official one.
I'll have to look it up. Maybe they have.
Who knows? It might be a future episode.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. This concludes this episode. Remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell if you would like to geek out with Out Geeked. And also leave us a comment. Yeah, leave it in the comments below. If you were, as a kid, were you into like paleontology, archaeology? Were you into dinosaurs as a kid? Did you try to find a fossil? Did you dreamed of discovering a new dinosaur? What would be the name of said dinosaur? As a Godzilla fan, are you aware? Obviously, you're aware of King Ghidorah. What do you think of Godzilla's #1 nemesis? What do you thought of Kevin taking control of Mechagodzilla, trying to get a revenge? What do you thought about King Ghidorah fan 964 and Godzilla X Kong? Who do you think that was? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, and just as a side note, we do not. He comes up with those questions like right now at this 1 second. Like he just comes out with 10 questions that I have no idea how he just says them all out loud without even thinking about it. But well, thank you guys again and geek out. So this is our style of. This is our style, our generation of art. What you say, you know how some people have art displayed in their house, statues, busts. We have these toys that we like to display.